Hey, what's up folks? Welcome back to another 3D Hangouts. My name is Noah Ruiz. I'm a designer here at Adafruit, and joining me every week is Mr. Pedro.
What's going on everybody? I'm Pedro, creative tech here at Adafruit, and every week we come to share 3D printed projects featuring electronics from Adafruit.
That's right, this is a show where we combine 3D printing and DIY electronics to make inspirational projects. Hello everybody. Let's kick off the show with today's coupon code. Jumping right into it, today's coupon code is Piano Wing. This will work on anything in the Adafruit shop. It'll get you 10% off, except for gift certificates and subscriptions to Adabox. If we head over to the website, adafruit.com/free, you can see all the different freebies that are happening. So go to the website, and for orders that are $99 or more, we're going to give you a PermaProto half-size breadboard. For orders that are $200 or more, you get the PermaProto and free UPS ground shipping for continental US only. And for orders that are $299, you get the shipping, you get the PermaProto, and a Circuit Playground Express. Excellent. So those are the freebie deals. Different tiers automatically get added to your cart, so you don't have to
play any games on adding this, adding that.
Yeah, you said it. Very nice. So head on over to the website, check that out. We also have some delivery options for the folks in New York City. We have same-day delivery, so if you really need your parts that day, you can choose that as an option for the fine folks in New York City. And we also have newsletters. This is the banner for the once-a-week product-focused newsletter. You can subscribe to this one by heading over to the website at adafruit.com/newsletter. We have lots of other newsletters as well. Daily newsletters, adafruitdaily.com. You can subscribe to all the different categories that tickle your maker fancy. MakeCode, CircuitPython, and 3D printing, and a lot other ones. So check those out. Those you have to opt into those. Those aren't automatically subscribed, so you got to do that manually. Okie dokie. We have Jobs Board, a free Jobs Board at jobs.adafruit.com. You can post your resume, or if you're an employer seeking for some maker skills, you can post your what you're looking for, I suppose, your job. It's free to do so, so please do it. I'm over here. It looks like there's lots of new ones happening, so check it out. It's jobs.adafruit.com.
There's some crazy interesting ones in there, like president of Makey Makey?
Yeah.
Is that what it was?
I think I saw that one from Makey Makey. Yeah. We need a captain to steer the ship. Chief Operating Officer of Makey Makey. Super cool. Check it out. So if you think that's your...
check out that location,
Cocoa Beach, Florida, and
nice.
Santa Cruz. That sounds pretty cool. All right. Let's see. So CircuitPython meetings happen every Monday at 2 p.m. live in the Discord server, Adafruit's Discord server. The invite link for that is discord.gg/Adafruit. We're hanging out there right now, actually. But if you want to participate in the CircuitPython meeting, it happens just about every Monday. This Monday, we had a bit of a holiday here in the United States, so we did it on a Tuesday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. But you can hang out in the chat room to see when those times might change. Again, free to participate. You can join in, share what you're working on, or share what you'd like folks to work on. It's all fair game. So you can either lurk or tune in And it's also published as an archive, as a podcast in all the different podcast servers. It also gets published on the Adafruit's YouTube channel at youtube.com/Adafruit. Yeah.
Lots of interesting things going on, like all of the cool Clue demos that are coming out from Kattni, Scott, Dan, and team.
That's
So
right.
you can check out all the repos where all those are getting saved out, and you can get a sneak peek at all of the cool PyCon demos going on.
Exactly. And if you'd like to contribute your demos, you can absolutely do so. You can do a pull request in the Clue library, and check out the meeting too, because we had a nice discussion about that. I think that's all my housekeeping stuff. Let's say hello to everyone in the Discord chat room. I'm hanging there.
Good morning, everybody. Hanging out. We got Jack Lee, DeWester, Andy Calloway, Dan Mitchell. Over on the YouTube chat, we got Jim, 2386, Arish, Connor, and Charles Benaford. Also hanging out in the Twitch and the Facebook chat as well. So you guys can hit us up with any questions on that. We'll try to answer those. Relevant questions get answered during the moment. So definitely hang out. This is a live show. People always ask that. So you can give a nice little shout out.
You can tell it's live if you look somewhere. It'll say, like in YouTube, it has like a little thing that says live now. Some people think we're live when we're not live as well. You know what I mean? Like the replay.
Let's go ahead and jump into this week's pretty cool project with the new product that was released a couple weeks ago, the Adafruit Clue.
Sorry.
Which camera am I? We got this awesome wearable case for the Adafruit Clue. If you guys aren't familiar, it is the same size form factor as the BBC Micro Bit. So it is a packed full of sensors. So many, I can't even remember all of them. But one of the coolest things is its connectivity sensors like Bluetooth, all the temperature, humidity, barometer. I'm not going to remember all of them. Gesture, lights, proximity, color sensors. So much in there.
I believe Lamar said it is the board with the most packed sensors that she's ever designed. So
yeah.
It has quite a few.
So with PyCon coming up, we had to design some wearable compatible cases. So we have our classic wristband enclosure bands here. So printed in NinjaFlex. It's a two-piece case design here. So snap fit together. Added that lovely suggestion from Bill Binko, having the reset button be built into this guy here. And we're running the Piloton demo, which is what John Park, Dylan, Dan, Scott, the whole team has been working on. So what it does is it connects to your Bluetooth devices, like your cadence devices here. So when you attach this to your bike, it shows up how fast you're going, how much you're pedaling, and it even has Apple Music services on here. So you're able to control your iPhone or music player with the three touch pads here. So you can pause, play, you can skip. You also have the buttons here also control the volume up, volume down, and
very cool.
Such a cool demo here. So a bunch of Bluetooth devices are going to be added. I think PT was saying like the Bluetooth toothbrushes and the Snapchat glasses. You can like activate the recording function right from there. So there's a ton of work going on in the background to have access to all those Bluetooth devices.
Yeah, this is a great stress test of showing all the different work that's been being done with Bluetooth libraries. So huge shout out to CircuitPython team for working on this.
This is a lot of craziness. If you guys are subscribed to any of the GitHubs, you can see how many commits are going on every single minute. Super cool. Another cool one here, because is this going to be used as one that it's going to be given away at PyCon. If you are an attendee, you are going to be getting one. This is also lanyard compatible, so you can use little cat ears to hook this up to our lovely lanyard, or any standard lanyard. Of course, we're biased and like our Circuit Playground themed one. You can have those attached there, and you can wear this guy. Is this a demo that has the slide switch on there? So you can
slideshow.
Slideshow
library for Clue. Yeah. Would you mind if I switch over to the website real quick?
Yeah.
So huge shout out to Kattni, who's been doing a lot of the examples for the Clue, and they're also being added to the Clue Learn Guide. So I'm here in the Clue library GitHub repository. So it's github.com/Adafruit, and then just search for Clue, and then click on the Adafruit CircuitPython Clue repo. And then you can see here we have the examples folder. These are hot off the press, right? This one right here, the slideshow one, is so new. Kattni just put it together, and she's still documenting it for the Learn Guide. So the sort of the plan is to have all of these demos ready to go and fully documented in the Clue Learn Guide so that folks that are at PyCon can have at it. So if you'd like to contribute, you can make a pull request here, and also definitely check out the CircuitPython meetings every Monday so we can get more clues as to what's going on. Super sweet. So as Pedro was saying, we are using the latest demo. So you just get some bitmaps up there, and then we can display some bitmaps and use the A and B buttons to cycle through the different bitmaps.
No, I've
Pretty
went
high
into
resolution
X-ray mode
screen.
here. Oh,
yeah.
crap.
This is the C920. Let's do a manual focus to get those pixels. Get closer. So yeah, this is cool. This is just a bitmap of a screenshot of the 3D model. Hey, there's a good little name badge there. It's just a bitmap, but I think folks on the team are working on a one that uses display I/O so that you can change the text and graphics and add some fonts. Mm-hmm. This is all running CircuitPython, of course, which is really easy to get your code updated and up and running.
Yeah, as always, loads like a USB drive, so you can plug this into any computer, even your iOS or Android devices, and change the code on there live. No compiling needed. And just showing off the high resolution on here. It's a 240 by 240 IPS display, so everything looks crisp, beautiful on there.
Yeah, this is running the Pylon demo, and it's also done with display I/O and a handful of libraries, really.
Yeah.
Yeah. You want to get closer to show that text off. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks real nice.
The most awesome demo that
it's a really nice demo. Also, it actually connects to two different sensors. We're going to be talking about this next week, but let's go ahead and say now. So it can pull the data from the cadence sensor. This one is called the Wahoo, Wahoo Fitness. Right over there. So this thing goes to your bike, right? And it's got a magnet here and the sensor right there, I suppose. And it also works with a heart rate monitor. So if you have a heart rate monitor, it'll connect to that and display your heart rate. So two different sensors, two different types of data, and it also uses Apple's music service to display and control the track. Oh, I just killed it. How did I kill it? Let me see here. Oh, it went to sleep, perhaps.
Oh yeah, probably this guy here.
Yeah.
I don't know if we grabbed the latest commit.
Yeah.
Like we were saying, there's
that's why it's next week.
constant commits happening.
Right, but it's a really good stress test of all the different libraries and features of Bluetooth has to offer.
Yes. So if we take a look at the case, since that's what the main
Can you hit the reset button?
Oh yeah.
Check this
Again,
out.
thanks.
I think Bill Binko would like this. Shout out to Bill Binko for the design tip on creating a sort of a built-in tab button for actuating the reset on the back of the board so that you can reset your program, or you can update your firmware for CircuitPython by double press reset. And it's really nice because you don't have this extra bit that you have to print and add on. It's just printed in place like that, which is really neat.
Yeah, so this was inspired by the reset buttons on the Prusa printers. They have this nice little cutout here that has the little nub attached to that, so it reaches the button down into the case. Very nice. Great addition.
Yeah,
We're going to be adding these to every single one of our cases. Oh, this is for the next segment on where we're prototyping, so
Sure.
I'll go over that in a little bit.
All right. Do you want to stroll on through the Learn Guide real quick?
Oh, it's still showing off the
sure.
case, so a little bit different sort of little, what are these little nubs called?
Like slits, right?
Little slits that are handling the snap fit with the lid in the case.
I see what you're saying, yeah.
So just trying to make them a little bit more smaller.
Yeah, no hardware screws here, no glue either. Well, there's a little bit of glue in the bezel, but
bezel
they snap fit, so you can easily open it, get into it, and take it out if you need to.
Focus again on that?
Yeah, sure.
Let's do it's that. On auto.
Yeah, I know. I'll turn it off and do some manual right there.
So we were saying before, the front or the bezel is glued on there. It just gives it a little bit more room, so you don't have to use a bunch of support material when printing that. We're using the translucent filament from Filamentum. It is the ice blue, and that's what's giving us that very nice translucency on here. If you're designing a case and you want to have that translucency show through, try to make the thickness about 1 millimeter or less, and that'll give you all that nice see-through effect on there. It works on all of the different translucent colors. So,
yeah, this looks great. I mean, the silk screen is so beautiful. Shout out to Phil B for working on the silk screen.
Yeah, right on theme. Super cool. The bands are printed in the Cheetah Ninja Flex. So this is the 95A shore hardness. So a lot of the TPU materials, like from different brands, should work quite nicely with the Bowden extruders. We're using the Creel TCR 10s on this, and that is a Bowden extruder, and it prints pretty well. The way we are achieving this dual extrusion here is just in Cura or in Simplify 3D or whatever.
Print and swap out the filament.
Exactly. So it's just the G-code command that is telling it to pause. Oh, we've got another crash there since this guy goes to sleep.
Yeah, if it can't, if it can't sense it, it just kind of says, "Hey, try again."
Yeah. Oh, let me get that. Oh, you can hear the click on there.
Yeah.
We have a couple of different options for mounting your band. You can either have it on the side, or if you like the size and want to have a little bit more room, you can also mount it on this. It'll fit different wrist sizes if you want to keep the same length for the wristband. Nice little nub on here pushes through all the little holes here to hold on. It stays on there, and then you have this nice little slit, so you can tuck that underneath there and have a nicely tucked away little wristband. It's nice.
Yeah. You also have little loops on the top there for lanyard mode.
Yeah. So you can pick and choose the way you want to wear this awesome little badge or a watch, since there's lots of environmental sensing that you can do with this. As you're walking around, you can have it maybe beep when it gets too loud or something like that, or when the humidity goes up. You can remind yourself to add chapstick or whatever. Lots of cool little options there.
Yeah.
How crisp that text looks.
Yeah.
So nice. All right, let's go ahead and jump into the guide.
Sure. So, head on over to the Learn Guide. Go to learn.adafruit.com. You'll see the new guides that were added this week. This is a new one. Really, the main parts you need is the clue board itself, which is currently out of stock, but please sign up so that we know how many to make. You can do that by going to the product page, and we have a little thing here. Just add your name and your email, and you'll get notified when those are back in stock. All right. Another thing that we have here, because we are making it a portable project, you need a battery and a slide switch, so you can actually turn it on and off. The slide switch, we like to make our slide switch with a JST sort of adapter, so that you don't have to cut the wire from the battery itself. So this is what you want to do if you want to have the ability to turn off and on the clue board and have a battery.
Yeah, what I'm guessing is that the priority was to get all those sensors on there instead of the slide switch, which is an easy fix, thankfully. You just build your own like this.
Cool. The battery right now that we actually have a couple other ones.
Yeah, I recommend the 400 milliamp hour battery just because of the rectangular shape of it. It'll stay away from the sensors. So if we jump over to the overhead again, I can open this guy up and show you what it looks like. So it's one of these guys right here, and you'll have all the sensors down here out of the way. You can also fit the standard 420 milliamp hour or the 350 milliamp hour battery inside there as well. So that's a little bit more of a square shape, and that fits right on there. And you can see the slide switch, the way that is connected there. You're measuring, I'll go over it in the guide when we go over that. The sizes for all that is listed there.
Yeah, it looks like there's plenty of room for extra wiring so that you can...
Yeah, so you can loop that around. And have that going into the little walls for the slide switch to go into.
Cool, yeah, this is why it's chunky. a little chunky and thick.
Yeah.
Because you need room for the battery, right?
Yeah. Oh, forgot to mention the ports for the Stomach UT and the USB micro on the side of programming.
Yeah, and then you have your slide switch right there as well.
Yep.
A little holder right there. Sweet. All
Right.
right.
Continuing on.
Sure. Boop. Yeah. So there's our slide switch and the JST battery extension.
We got a couple of colors that we stock for the Ninja Flex. We have both varieties, the 85A Shore Hardness and the 95A Shore Hardness. The only difference is the 85A has a little bit more grippier. Won't do as well with Bowden extruders. You're going to need a direct drive.
Yep.
So
we have a direct drive printer in the shop. This is the Monoprice Avenger 2.
Which prints them beautifully.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right, I'm going to go back in here and add those other batteries after the show.
Yeah.
Because you don't have to just use this one.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you could search for 300 and 420.
Those confirmed to fit.
Those
Very
definitely
nice.
All right, on to the 3D printing parts.
There's all the parts you're going to need. The frame, the case, the lid, and the two straps. Only a bit of support is going to be required, and I highlight that in blue for the little ears if you're using the lanyard, and the slide switch walls that hold the slide switch in place.
Did you place these manually, or they?
Yes, I should probably make a little note on that. There is a plugin inside of Cura, or if you're just using Simplify 3D, you have your custom supports. Just add, 5 pillars to hold up those walls.
Cool. All right.
And standard settings there, using the gyroid infill for the walls there, but it shouldn't need it for the 1.5 millimeter wall thickness on that. Okay. So the warning there, reminding you that you are going to need flexible filaments for the bands, otherwise they're just not going to flex, they're not going to fit through.
Yeah.
And then the points at which you'll need to switch out your filament at 0.8 millimeters.
You don't need to, but if you want the dual color effect, you can do that. You can pause your printer or use the plugin.
Exactly.
What's the plugin? I don't remember. Did you use the plugin, or did
it's built in? It's built in into Cura,
okay.
and it is Z pause at is what it's called.
Okay, cool.
A little bit of a retraction cleanup since it is Ninja Flex. It might ooze a little bit. Just take your diagonal flush cutters to remove any of the stringing. Shouldn't be too much.
The watch band itself is parametric?
Yes, you actually set this one up for the OLED watch.
Yeah.
And you can adjust the pattern size, or the patterns, and then the size, the length of the watch band itself. We have the Fusion 360 file on that. It's the button that's way at the top there, and you can open that up and adjust the user parameters for that.
Yeah.
And it'll let you adjust the holes and the size, or thickness, or anything else you guys want on that.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Let's see. I guess go over to assemble.
Yeah, pretty simple assembly there. The only part you'll need any glue for is the bezel itself. And then the little trick for getting that band to actually go through the slits there is to have the, I'll get this guy going. Oh, how do I get this stuck? Oh, just move it over to the side since it does have enough room to slide around. You want to get this in from this end first, going, from there like that. It just slides right in, and these little end stops should should prevent it from slipping out of there. For the side with the band with the little nub on it, you want to insert it at a vertical angle like that and just push it through. You can use like the butt of a tweezers. You can just push those through, and that should fit in there quite nicely. It's going to be a little tough since the slits are small enough so it doesn't fall out, but that's how you get those bands in there, and that's detailed in the guide. Cool. And that holds on pretty well. Yeah.
Okay, back over to the run guide.
For that, you want to build your slide switch. The length for this is 120 millimeters long, and then right at 42 millimeters, I am clipping the red wire, or the power wire, and then attaching that to each pin on the slide switch. You can add like some heat shrink, but since I cut down the pin size for that, it stays away from pins. Yeah, so you want to trim that down so it doesn't interfere with the back of the board.
Cool. Right.
After that, you can mount the board at an angle with the slide switch adapter plugged in, and then the slide switch itself is inserted at an angle and then press fitted into the 2 walls, or the 3 walls between the cutout there on the case.
Yeah, you want to plug that in before adding it to the case, I suppose.
Exactly, yeah.
Looks like it's really tight there, but yeah.
Yep. Oh yeah, you do want to bend that down that way and then run it between the reset button and the port, the JST port for that, just so that it is out of the way. So when the lid is placed on top, there is nothing obstructing the reset button.
Cool.
I used a little bit of tack on top of the NRF module to hold the LiPo battery. You can see right there. Not shown in the picture though, but worth mentioning again, make sure it is not obstructing the reset button.
Yeah.
After that, the lid is placed right on top and you're pretty much done there. If you haven't added your code there, you can do so right after that.
Put it on.
And you can wear it or use it as a badge. Nice simple little case there to go along for your next conference or to wear and sense the world around you to get a clue on what is the temperature, pressure, or humidity, or any of the other tons of sensors that are included in that.
Yeah, so definitely sign up if you want to be notified when they are back in stock. Also, if you're thinking about designing a case or something to go with the Clue with 3D printing, we do have the 3D model of the Clue available to download in our GitHub.
Yes.
Adafruit CAD Parts repository. So we can head over there real quick to github.com/Adafruit/Adafruit CAD Parts. Yeah, and shout out to the folks who are contributing. Let me see what we have this week. Wouldn't that be amazing if every week we had folks contributing stuff? So shout out to Dan, who added PID 3502, the sharp memory display breakout, and also added the magnetometer MLX 90393 PID 4022. So shout out to you, sir, for adding those in. Those are really cool. So you can check those out, and you can do some. I gotta check through these. These are issues, right? They're more of part requests. So shout out to folks adding those in and doing pull requests and stuff. So appreciate that. All right, where am I? Come on. Here we go.
So looking over the comments, Richard Hughes on Facebook is saying, I was just thinking, why a Bluetooth toothbrush? And then I remembered I have one.
Oh, that's funny.
So you can use this as a display on your bathroom mirror, so you can see how long it's brushing and all that.
Sure.
You're able to use the characters that are being shot out from the Bluetooth to be displayed on the screen. So that's a good way to see, or maybe make one of those little magic mirrors. So you don't have to have your phone out while you're brushing your teeth.
Yeah.
And then he was asking about distributors in the UK. I posted the link there. Somebody on the YouTube was asking about delivery to Russia as well. You have to mention this every week. Go to adafruit.com/distributors. There's probably a local shop in your area that has all of our products in stock. Definitely check there. I posted it in the link there, or in the chats.
Cool. I also have it here. Yeah, it's an interactive map.
And you can see all of the different places that stock Adafruit.
Yep. Interactive map. You can see where you're at.
Woo. And we have a list there, and then there's a drop down.
Yep.
All the different companies there.
You're up.
Bunch in the UK.
Yep.
Pyromony probably our recommendation.
Yeah, lots in the UK. Excellent. Sweet. Woo, there's a lot. It goes on forever.
I know.
Cool. All right, so again, it's adafruit.com/distributors.
Don't forget to use coupon code Pianowing to save 10% off. You want to get filament, the clue, printer, the lanyard even, batteries, all that good stuff, all in stock. Check it out. Save a buck or two, supports us.
Yeah, you said it. Cool.
Let's see. Going on to what are we prototyping? It's still clue stuff. Next week, or probably this week, I think John is releasing his Cadence Learn Guide. We were showing off earlier where the Bluetooth connects to, you know, those expensive like Pilot, what is it, the exercising machines. All it is just magnets that are being sensed. So you could build one. One of the things that Phil wanted to do is have us find one that's just in the trash, since those are always in there. Every Thursday we've seen at least one. We're walking to school, we see one of those things thrown away. So you could convert that to a smart trainer with just a couple magnets on the pedal and the spokes, and one of these little Wahoo fitness trainers. So here is a case that uses one of the 1/4-20 mounts. So this goes on your bike handle, your handlebars, and we're using the 1/4-20, 3/8 of 1/4-20 little screws here on the back, and it just screws on, so you have a nice display while cycling with your bike. We're using little swivel heads that we have in stock as well. We have a bunch of different camera parts, like the 1/4-20 to 1/4-20 to connect these as well. And we have a couple different handlebar sizes, the 31mm and the 22mm standard diameter handlebar sizes for whatever bike you're using.
Sweet.
These just clip on there. We're using the M5 nut and screw to attach that on there. Nice little case for that, in the same vein as the wristband lanyard case.
Yeah.
And then we have access to the 3 touchpads, so you can control your music and all that, and of course your buttons on there as well.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Do you want to try fitting it in there, or maybe save that for next week?
I'll probably save it for next week.
Word.
So
all right.
And then, like we were saying before, same reset button on there and all that.
Yeah.
So
I'd suggest maybe trying out PETG. That's a really good filament. It gives you a little bit more flexibility.
Yeah.
It has more high temperature. It can withstand higher temperatures.
Yeah, if you're in like
it
in a
has
warm
more
climate.
flex. It's less brittle than PLA, and it just prints a little bit hotter.
Yeah.
So we like PLA because it has so many more colors.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely.
A lot more easier to print too.
Yeah, definitely less stiff and rigid. So PETG or PETG, however you like to say it. That's good material definitely for this type of project, because you want the strength, you want the flexibility, and you want that high temperature.
Yeah.
It's getting hot here in Florida.
Yeah, it's hot right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, so we'll talk
Sweet.
about that next week, and I think you have a nice prototype as well.
Let's see what am I working on. Yeah, so I'm working on a new MIDI controller. This is a collab project with Liz Clark, Blitz City DIY. And what this is, where am I? Yeah, so super cool. So if anybody knows about Guitar Hero, you'll definitely know what this is. This is a strum mechanism. So the idea here is that we have 2 micro switches with levers, and then we have this sort of mounting bit and this little pickup that you can kind of simulate strumming. So you can have it go down and go up. These will be wired into a Grand Central that will be running CircuitPython into MIDI code that Liz is writing. I almost called her Blitz. Yeah, so this was a lot of fun to work on, and it's got these 2 little nubs here. This is like the main pickup area, and this is what you kind of grab onto. And these are all just little mounting bits that keep these guys in place. Yeah. No support materials, just some extra hardware and bits to kind of keep everything together. So this will be inside the body of a guitar, a MIDI controller guitar, and you'll have the ability to strum like a Guitar Hero controller. So this was a bit of reverse engineering. So Liz, who's pretty knowledgeable in Guitar Hero, where is it? Here it is. Took hers apart because I really had no idea how to make this strumming mechanism. So she took some lovely photos, and I am sharing it here with y'all folks. So this is the Wii controller style of the Guitar Hero controller, and you can see here that it has very similar two switches that are mounted a little bit offset from each other so that the levers can be actuated without too much force. Yeah, so that's what the PCB looks like. So you get an inside look at what this mechanism here for the strumming looks like. This particular version has, well, maybe all of the versions, we don't know, have these two springs. For our design, we don't need the springs, but they just, I guess, keep it centered. And you can see here all the different standoffs that are elevating the mechanism here, and just a lot of different angles so they can really get an idea of how this thing is working. So we're making a lot of progress on it. Yeah, this is going to be a lot of fun. Again, it's a MIDI controller, all done in CircuitPython. It's in the form factor of a Guitar Hero guitar, and it'll have some really cool features. That's what I'm trying to get at. Yeah.
Trying to describe it without giving everything away.
No, I can give everything away. I mean, it's a guitar. It's going to have Cherry MX switches up here at the top,
which sound really
It'll
cool,
have a
by the way.
whammy bar. Like, I'll show you guys the
Yes.
whammy bar next week. But I think I should probably. I'd like to hear Bilbinko. What do you think about this mechanism for AT purposes? Could this be repurposed for
Ooh.
something? I probably should publish this as a standalone mechanism so it can be used in other, I guess, projects. But I haven't quite seen something like this before. I haven't really played Guitar Hero, so I really wasn't familiar with it. But I think this will be pretty neat for different playing styles.
I know, it's so cool.
Any questions? Anybody got any questions about it?
Let's see, Callaway saying he's playing the piano. I'm piano winging.
Nice. Piano wing. That's coupon code.
Wester is wishing that he had some transparent filament. Definitely check out Amazon. The Soul Tech is the other color that we're using for this one. It's like 20 bucks.
Yeah, this is pretty neat material.
Yeah, and
The color of it.
there's a couple of see-through ones on there. They look very nice. Arish is saying it's like a traction rail.
Traction rail.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah. So take a look at it. Yeah, so the idea is that I guess it would be up here, and then kind of do that. Strum.
He says it could be used for a
mechanism.
choo-choo train. Oh, so like a lever, or is that the other
Are
thing
you
you're
just
working
joking,
on?
or
I don't know.
choo-choo train? It kind of looks like a choo-choo train. Yeah, it's fully parametric, so folks will be able to make it bigger. I'm not sure if we could scale it any smaller, but yeah.
Yeah, Rosin is agreeing that this does have the potential for adaptation for someone with physical restrictions. Yes, we definitely want to modify that for that purpose.
It definitely takes very little
Effort.
Force. I know that's a big thing with AT buttons, is like it has to have a minimum force, and this one's pretty good. So if you have, if you do need to actuate it, you could probably do this with another body part.
And I've posted the GitHub where all of the 3D CAD files are available if you want to modify this or remix it to a different need.
Yeah,
it's on there at github.com/adafruit/3D something. The link's on there. You can click on that.
This could be good for scrolling up or down, paging up and down.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Maybe if you only have a foot or something, maybe it could work as a foot input or something like that. But yeah, your standard micro switches with levers. Those levers really come in handy here. Yeah, I like that it doesn't need any springs, so cool. No support material as well, yeah.
Yeah.
Excellent. Cool.
All right, let's go ahead.
Ready for Community Makes?
Yeah, let's go ahead and jump into this week's sweet time lapse. We'll go over this one and then next week's after. This was a super cool build by
Liz.
Liz.
Yeah. So this is actually a Learn guide, which is awesome. So you can actually build one. This is a piano wing. It uses the Feather NRF 52840 and the Circuit Playground Bluefruit. So if you haven't seen the time lapse, check it out. It's just me building it and I'm putting it together here.
I know, I'm trying to plug this guy
Yeah, go
in.
ahead. Yeah, you can take the wing off. Yeah, let's just go to the thing. You've probably seen the video. All right, let me see. Come on, don't break it, please. All right, so this is a custom PCB. Liz provided the PCB and also another version of it with just it's not a perma proto, it's like the, oh boy, the perf board type stuff, the brown stuff. Some buttons, and these are 3D printed keys. And this is the Bluefruit NRF 52. So it really is a Featherwing. It's a piano wing. So this can come off. This is the standard object. If you're new to PCB designing or thinking about PCB design, this type of project is like perfect for beginners because you're basically making a nice add-on for the Feather. So you can kind of focus on creating some cool shapes and making like a nice kind of project. So plug in the battery here, and then I'm just gonna plug in for the wing, make sure I line it up correctly.
That's why I didn't want to take it off when we were scared of bending the pins.
Yeah, I know, but I'm looking at it at all angles. So here we go. So this is the one piece, right? This is the actual piano bit of it, and then this is like the sound bit of it. So it's designed to look like an amplifier, like a little guitar amp. And I'm gonna plug this in. So this is the Bluefruit, Circuit Playground Bluefruit. So they're both Bluefruits, right? And it's got the stemma speaker that can be added on. I'm gonna try to plug this in here. And it's secured with some hardware, M3 screws. So everything fits inside the case here. Probably tack down the thingy thing. And let's see if it works. So these press fit, these little buttons here, they can pop off, and you can see it's just a nice little button there. Just playing a little, I forget what this Beethoven song is. You can see it's animating using the LED animation library for Circuit Playground, well, for CircuitPython rather. And this is a really fun project to build. It was super cool. And again, it's a Learn guide, so we can jump into Liz's Learn guide. Two versions of it again, one with a custom PCB, and another one that you can build using the perf board stuff, which is the stuff over here. So definitely check it out. Liz got inspired by the actual Circuit Playground Bluefruit Playground app? Yeah, this one right here, the Playground app, because it's sort of it's a real version of it. So you can see on your iOS or Android device, you can have a little soft piano, and this one kind of does that, but with real buttons. Very, very cool. So those are all the parts, and yeah, here's the other bit of it, this one. So you can see the different versions here. Yeah, so you can kind of build your own with Perfboard or get a nice PCB. All the files and everything's available to download. It's all open source, of course, so you can check it out. Very, very cool.
That was such a fun build.
It really was, especially since I didn't have to do the Learn guide. It's so fun. Like, I'm so envious of everyone who doesn't have to do Learn guides, because you get the pleasure of just building the thing and not having to go through lots of documentation. But it's very well documented. I followed it very closely, and it had no issues with it.
Fusion 360 files are there, so you can edit it.
Exactly.
And did she give away the board file too?
She did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's all there.
That out as well.
Check it out. Very cool. And this was actually a little bit of a piggybacking off of Katney's project. This one is actually pretty similar. It's using two Circuit Playground Bluefruits that can connect to each other and kind of remote control each other.
So cool, yeah.
Yeah, so definitely check out the code if you want to build something similar.
And
if you're looking to two different devices that
Yeah.
can talk to each other.
This is why I gave all the code away, all the PCB designs, all of the 3D files, so you can build on top.
Yeah.
Super cool. Such a fun one. Hey, Bill Binko's in the house and he likes the lever button. So cool. He's saying that, yeah, Learning Eagle has been the game changer for me. Yes,
It really,
definitely.
It really is.
Yeah.
Again, so if you want to make your own piano, this is great. Definitely use a feather.
Yes.
Making a feather wing, I think, is such a fun thing to do. Yeah. Very, very cool. And Lamar has all of her Eagle boards available to download, so you can keep those out, and also a library so you can get the footprints.
Yeah.
So it really makes things a lot easier, and then you can just focus on what is your thing, maybe a custom shape, maybe some artistic silk screen, whatever you want to do, definitely check it out. I encourage you to check it out.
And then the community make from last week, since we ran out of time. Hopefully we're still on time this week.
Yeah, we got 15
Was
minutes or
this
so.
awesome?
Massive helmet. My goodness, look at that spool of filament just spinning uncontrollably. Lots of support material, lots of material.
Actually, we
heck of
still
a
have that
helmet.
spool available. So it didn't eat up the entire spool.
My goodness.
Where am I? Here we are. So this is the, from Mandalorian, the Armor's Helmet. This was actually a paid download, so it's not free, from Colts 3D, but did an excellent job of doing the modeling for that. Really like the helmets, or the horns and all that on top, and it does fit. What?
Oh, man, I wish I could play the Mandalorian tune on here.
So it definitely completes your Armorer or the Blacksmith cosplay, go along with that. Printed in two pieces, as you've seen in the time lapse, for the dome, just so I'm not using so much support material for the where it curves around at the top there. But lots of really nice detail all around, and we're using the silk golden PLA from Everyone, I believe is the filament name for that. And there's no processing or finishing on this, and it looks so nice and shiny.
Cool.
And definitely recommend. It's about, I think, $16 for the model. So definitely worth it to complete your cosplay for that.
Yeah, or if you're a collector, you want to add some padding.
Oh, yeah.
You got some padding in there.
So to get this to fit, we're using the weather strip padding. Let me just take it out. So I think we just got this out in Walmart, and that is aligned on the top, or in the inside of the hat, right on top of the head part there. And this just bend it into the shape of your head. So it is nicely padded in there.
Yeah.
Nice little trick on that. And
Cool.
excellent model.
It has adhesive already on it, I think.
Yeah, I know, it does look tiny on me.
Yeah, it does.
I was questioning like if it was way too big when I was printing. I was like, oh my God, is this gonna even fit on of us? But it actually is kind of a little bit narrow because of the way that the cheeks go in like that. Oh, there goes the weather stripping for that.
Yeah, I could use some more stickiness. The stickiness is kind of...
Yeah, I usually hot glue it on there, but since that was like the last bit of the weather stripping, I was like, let me get more and hot glue the fresh strip on there. But excellent model all around. Again, I really like the little detail of the horns on there. So cool. Definitely
Gladiator-esque.
Yeah, right?
Just putting it over here now. Stay put. Okay,
Super cool.
Don't move.
We gotta switch over doing like Star Trek and Doctor Who themed prints.
We'll see. Cool. All right. Let's see. What are we? Yeah, so we still have some community makes.
Oh, yeah.
There's a couple here. This one is...
Oh, yeah.
Sorry about that. I just messed with our audio. Okay, so this is a remix of the Infinity Mirror. This was posted by Picture Somni on Thingiverse. And it's taking the design and adapting it for a Featherwing. It looks like he's using one of the radio Featherwings with a radio module, so you can control it remotely. But this is great. So it's got the standoffs built for the Featherwing, which is great. We used the Itsy Bitsy NRF52 A40, but a Featherwing is really nice because Well, it's got built-in charging. Why didn't we do that? Because the itsy bitsy, right? No, I'm just talking to myself. So really awesome design. Well, remix. Yeah, because the feather is a great choice. Yeah, and it's printed in marble filament. This marble PLA filament has like these dark speckles and this nice beige shade, so it looks like marble. It's kind of interesting. Okay, we got another one here. This is a remix of the laboratory shaker that we designed for the Cricut board. This one is, I guess, a remix of it. Yeah.
Oh, how awesome.
Yeah, so there's a little GIF here. It kind of looks crummy, but that's because Thingiverse renders it all weird. But it's a low-cost lab rotator, and Huang Sanders posted it up.
How cool.
So that's pretty neat. Here are the parts. And yeah, so if you need to do some mixing, some rotational mixing, this is a good little project to build.
Very awesome.
Yeah, and here's all the build parts here, and there's our original build there using the Cricut. Definitely doesn't have to use a Cricut. It can be low cost like this. So shout out to Huang Sanders. Got another one. This is a make of the Pi badge. So if you got a Pi badge and you want to wear it around, attach a lanyard to it, or just have it more protected, you can print our cases here for the Pi badge. Yeah, it's a slope. Here's the back here. It'd be great to revisit this one so that we have that nice tab that can do the reset.
Yeah.
That'd be really nice. Yeah, so maybe we'll revisit these at some point.
Yeah, I don't know how late Bill came in, but yeah, the built-in reset button works so good.
Yeah, excellent.
So awesome. Thanks again, Bill Binko, for
We're going to be using it in all the projects now.
Everything will have this
It really
now.
does help.
It's so cool. I really like it.
It's so important to be able to reset and access all the things on your board, and that's great.
Yeah, so cool.
Excellent. That is this week's Community Makes. If you'd like to contribute, yeah, you can do so by hitting us up on any of the social channels or just posting them on Thingiverse. And we know it's painfully slow, but we really appreciate when you do that.
Or you can just tag us in the Discord or Twitter.
Yeah, you're right.
And we will check those out. These are so fun to look at.
Yeah. All right, don't forget, the coupon code this week is PianoWing. So you can use that in your checkout and get 10% off your order.
Yes.
Works with everything except for those gift certificates and subscriptions to AdaBox. All right, well, we have more shows. Do you want some more?
Oh no, just checking out the comments on here. Arish was asking about the edges on the helmet. I typed in that we used the deburring tool for all the edges to make sure that they're nice and smooth. Right. If you guys aren't familiar, deburring tool is one of these guys here.
We're shop talking now.
Where am I?
B.
Where am I?
Sorry.
These little guys, it's like a 45-degree angle blade, and we use these on all of these sharp corners or angles so you can smooth out your edges.
Yeah, it's great for removing brims, as you said, I believe.
Brims and...
they're mainly for, like, I guess, PVC pipes to kind of get rid of those burrs on the inside. That's why it has a curved blade.
And it spins around,
yeah,
so
they're pretty
it's nice
cheap.
and easy to maneuver.
Yeah, they're really great tools to smooth out those edges. Let's see, do we have anything we could test it on? Like, it can even do kind of small stuff like this, if you needed to.
Yeah, we'll go over. Actually, for that, you don't want to use that. You want to use a tap tool, which we'll show off.
Well, you know what I mean. If it had
week.
a circle and it had a brim and you needed to smooth it out or open up the hole a little bit, you could do that.
Yeah. Oh, and since we have Bill here too, yes, we did update the bike mount, and they all have the 1/4-20 adapters on there.
You betcha.
Yep.
Yeah, this is great.
Yeah.
So much more useful this way.
Yeah.
You just open up so many more mounting possibilities with the 1/4-20.
Oh yeah, totally. The little swivel head here, the 1/4-20 to the 1/4-20 adapter, and then we'll also have like a M5 version too, because it does free up just a little bit more room. I mean, there's options for that, but I really like this one. It makes it nice, sturdy connection for everything. Very nice. Yes, shout outs to Joseph Prusa for doing the built-in tab there. Very nice design. Going through the comments here, make sure I got everything. There was like one more question that I saw. I think that's it.
Yes.
Oh, different background. No, it's the same white background we're always at. Looking forward to hopefully around June or May when we make the move up there to Orlando. Hopefully have a nice background where all the printers are being shown again.
All right, looks like we got to end the show now. Again, don't forget, we have show and tell later tonight at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Definitely check us out, and we invite you to come and share your projects. And then shortly after, it will be Ask an Engineer with Lamar and Phil, a full hour of open source hardware, news, CircuitPython on hardware, and new products, much more stuff. Also, John Park is on tomorrow at this standard hour block. It's every Thursday at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. And I don't have a banner for this, but there is a live show that is happening at 1 p.m. today.
What?
It's a special live stream with Hackster Magazine. Is it right? Hackster Magazine? Hackspace Magazine. I apologize for that. So you can check it out. There's a blog post here, and it's also been posted on the live broadcast room and Discord. Yeah. Don't forget the coupon code is Piano Wing. That'll get you 10% off your order. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us, and we will see you all tonight on Show and Tell.
Thanks, folks. See you tonight. Don't forget to make
A great
day.
day.
See you next week, guys.
Adios.